Hello friends, as you seen the animation of epicycloidal gear train, so let us see how to make that animation in SolidWorks. For this you require one link, so you will create this link with the help of these dimensions, and these dimensions will be here in inch pound second. So we'll create this link and you will extrude that link by zero point 0.2 inch. So you have to extrude this link by 0.2 inch. So now let us go to file, new, assembly. Okay. Now here we'll browse the component to be loaded into assembly. So here we will select the three component over here, so we'll select the two shaft as well. So we'll simply open this shaft one by one, simply click the link and this shaft and this shaft. So as I already told you how to create the link, now to create this shaft dia will be 1 inch and you will extrude this shaft by 1.2 inch. This shaft dia will be 0.5 inch and you will extrude this shaft by 1.2 inch. So simply create it in part design and insert that component into assembly. So here we will select the system of unit to the inch pound second. Now we'll right click on this and make it float, and I will make it this shaft to be fixed. Now I'll go to design library over here, toolbox, add in now this toolbox. So after that ANSYS inch, go to power transmission, go to gears, and from here we will select this spur gear. So simply drag it, spur gear over here. Now you can see some data to the left for this gear. Now here we will keep the diametral pitch for this gear to be 6 inch, number of teeth on it 18. We'll keep the pressure angle 20 degree, face width 1 inch, nominal shaft diameter will be half inch with the square keyway in the gear. So simply say OK. Now it will ask you to load one more component. So load it and simply cancel now. Okay, now we'll edit the toolbox data for this gear. So right click and edit toolbox component. So over here we will change the number of teeth on the gear to 36 and we'll make the shaft diameter to be 1 inch. So this will increase now. This will be 1 inch and this will be 0.5 inch. So simply say OK. Now over here we will go for assembly mate. So go to assembly and over here you can find mate. So select the mate and select this inner face, this face, make the concentric mate. OK. This face, make the coincident mate. OK. Now what we'll do, select this face and this face, making the concentric mate. OK. Now what we'll do, select this back face and this face, making the coincident mate. OK. Now after that we'll select this face, we'll do the concentric mate again. OK. And we'll select now the back face and the back face of this, making the coincident mate. OK. Now select this face and the inner face of this, making the concentric mate. OK. Now select this face and this face, making the coincident mate. OK. So here we'll select this face and make it normal too. We'll see the meshing of the teeth. So there is a correct meshing of the teeth over here. Now what we'll do, simply we'll just hide this, right click and hide these shafts now. So we'll just hide these components and we'll go for the very important mate, that is the gear mate, which will come under the mechanical mate. So simply select the gear, select the inner faces of the gears. Now here gear ratio is the ratio of number of teeth. So here number of teeth are 36 on this gear and here the number of teeth are 18. So ratio comes how much? You can see 2:1 is the ratio over here. So simply input the gear ratio and say OK. OK. So after that what we will do, we'll simply give appearances to this gear. So select the appearances. So after that we'll select this gear and we'll give appearances to this gear. Then go to appearances, select this pinion gear and give appearances to it. OK. Now remaining is our link. So simply select the edit appearances, select this and we will give it pink color. OK. Now here we will go for the isometric view over here, right? So what we'll do now, we'll go to the motion study. So we are in the motion study now. What we'll do here, we'll define the physical contact between the gears. So simply, cancel this. We'll define the physical contact between the gears. Select this one, OK. Now define the physical contact between this and this, OK. Again select the physical contact, define, clear this section, define between this link and this gear, OK. Now after defining the physical contact, we'll apply the motor to two components in order to get the desired motion. So simply select the motor and select the component. So we'll select this component, right? Or you can select, clear this section, select the motor, we'll select the inner face, right? And we'll keep the RPM for this 2.5 RPM and say OK. After that, select isometric view, we'll select the motor again and we'll select the inner face and we'll give the RPM to this 5 RPM. OK. So what we have done, we have again given the RPM to the link 2.5 and to this inner gear we have given the RPM 5. Now we'll just increase the playback time over here and we'll simply click on calculate. So now this will start calculating. Now this motion will be smooth after calculating completed. Now see, we'll play back it again to get a smooth motion. So here you can see a small pinion gear is rolling over the big gear. So this is what the epicycloidal gear train. So hope you like this video. Thank you for watching.